F1 2025 testing in Sakhir. What to expect? Formula 1 is back, the long wait is over, and all eyes are on Sakhir for the 2025 pre-season test. This is our first real look at the new cars, the new driver lineups and the early contenders for the championship. But what can we actually expect from testing? Who is bringing major upgrades? And how much should we really trust the lap times? Let's dive in. Why Sakhir is the perfect testing ground? Bahrain has been the go-to testing venue for years now, but why Sakhir? Hot and dry conditions. Teams can push their cars to the limit in high track temperatures, testing cooling and tire degradation. A true all-rounder track. With long straights, heavy braking zones and technical corners, this circuit is a great indicator of how well cars will perform across different track types. Day and night running. Since Bahrain also hosts the first race of the season, teams get valuable race-relevant data under similar conditions. Key storylines to watch in testing. So, what are the biggest storylines heading into testing? Here are the top things to watch. How competitive is Ferrari's 2025 car? With Lewis Hamilton joining Charles Leclerc, Ferrari is under huge pressure to deliver a title-worthy car. Have they fixed their tire degradation issues from 2024? Is Red Bull still the team to beat? Verstappen and Perez dominated last season, but have the other teams finally caught up? Will Adrian Newey's latest design push the limits again, or will the RB21 show weaknesses? Can Mercedes finally get it right? Mercedes has struggled since the 2022 regulation changes. Will they return to a more conventional car concept and finally challenge at the front? Is McLaren the 2025 dark horse? Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri had a strong second half of 2024. Can they start 2025 on the front foot? Midfield madness. Who steps up? Aston Martin, Alpine, and Williams are all battling for that best of the rest spot. Who brings the most aggressive upgrades to close the gap to the front? What teams will focus on during testing? Testing isn't just about setting the fastest lap, it's about collecting crucial data. Here's what teams will be focusing on. Aerodynamics and car balance. Expect to see teams running big aero rakes and Flow-V's paint to analyze airflow. They will be testing how well the new car handles slow versus high-speed corners, long runs versus qualifying pace. Teams will test race pace with heavier fuel loads before switching to low-fuel, high-performance runs. Don't be fooled, just because a car tops the time sheets doesn't mean it's the fastest. Tire degradation and performance. Sakhir is tough on tires, especially the rear ones. Teams will be figuring out which compounds last the longest and how to manage wear over a race stint. Reliability testing. Expect to see cars doing long mileage runs to check for mechanical failures. The last thing teams want is engine issues before the first race. What to watch for on each day. Testing runs for 3 days and each day tells us something different. Here's what to expect. Day 1. Shakedown and first impressions. Teams will check basic systems, collect aero data and ease into performance runs. Day 2. Performance runs begin. This is where we start to see who's really competitive with better lap times. Day 3. Simulating race conditions. Teams will do full race simulations including pit stops and long runs. Expect more high-speed, low-fuel laps as teams show their hand. How much can we trust testing results? But let's be real, testing doesn't always tell the full story. Sandbagging. Some teams run detuned engines or extra fuel to hide their true pace. Glory rounds. Others may push for fast laps on soft tires just to make headlines. Upgrades before round 1. Some teams bring major updates before the first race, changing the pecking order completely. So while testing gives us a good early picture, we won't know the full truth until lights out in Bahrain. F1 2025 testing is going to give us a first taste of what's to come this season. But who do you think will come out on top? Will Ferrari finally challenge Red Bull? Can McLaren or Mercedes pull off a surprise? Drop your predictions in the comments. And if you love F1 content, hit that like button and subscribe to Life in the Fast Lane. See you in Sakhir.